So welcome back to the second part of the flower arrangement class. So in the last class, we have learned about the definition of flower arrangements. We have learned about the purpose and what are the various principles we need to follow in a flower arrangements. And we have learned what are the different materials we need required for the flower arrangement. Um, what are another important part was the rules we need to follow the flower arrangement. So hope you all have a go through all those portions. So today we will learn about the different types and styles of flower arrangement and bouquet making. So let's start with the different types of flower arrangement. The first one is line arrangement. Here the element of the line that dominates the art of arranging flowers. So only we require only few flowers. So this line arrangements that contribute the height and the linear emphasis. Linear means a line. Um, emphasis linear emphasis to the arrangements. Example, gladius and astromeria. So this type 2 both flowers are normally used for the bouquet and bouquet making also. So you can search these flowers in Google to see the flowers. Okay, so such arrangements are normally used here in a smaller rooms only. So next is mass arrangement. A large mass flowers are used here. That is what we call mass arrangement. So normally it is a round and a big with a single stem and a solid head. So example, Gerbera anthodium. This type of flower is, this is the Gerbera flower. In the picture you see is the Gerbera flower. Gerbera flower. Next is line and mass arrangement. These are mass arrangement using the element of the line as the dominant element of the art used. So this arrangement is also called Hogarth curve. Next is side triangle. So this is the easiest one to arrange. The height and the width may be on the right or on the left. So this angle may be in right or left. So the focal point is at the base. A flat container is normally used for the side triangle arrangement. Next is S-shaped arrangement. So in the picture you can see it's in the shape of a S. So this is a rhythmic arrangement with a figure S. Sometimes the figure comes to the point below the vase. Next is circle arrangement. So it is a curved arrangement. The center of interest is lowered half the interest. A round bowl is normally used for this arrangement. Next is floating arrangements. So you might be see such type of arrangement in last back years. Your seniors are used this type of arrangement in their cottage time. Mostly they kept this arrangement in the living room. So this is a very beautiful arrangement. So here the flowers will be arranged in the form of a floating style. So normal flowers will use like lotus and water lily can be used here. So this looks like a flowers that floating in a pond or tank like that. Okay, next is a diminutive arrangement, that is also called a miniature arrangement. So here the arrangement is one that does not exceed 5 inches in any dimensions. Next is foliage and berry arrangements. So this is also one kind of a foliage means leaf and a berry arrangements. So for the average busy housewife, foliage that provide the best material for her semi-permanent everyday arrangement. So flowers may also be added to foliage arrangement. So interesting foliage arrangement are created containing 2 or 3 varieties of leaves which are of different size and shapes. Okay, so this picture shows the foliage and berry arrangement. Next is weed arrangement. So normally in this arrangement, the materials we required for this arrangement, that is we collected during the summer or autumn, and that flowers and leaves will be hung head downward until they are thoroughly dry. So here a dry arrangement is normally used. So dry arrangement with a seed pod, stalks of wheat, sunflowers, castor seed, cotton, date palm, and tops of corn, stalks were used for the weed arrangement. Next is fruit and vegetable arrangement. It's simply we are using fruits and vegetables for the normal flower arrangement. Normal flower as a normal arrangement. Okay. So here that foliage is employed in most fruits or vegetable arrangements. The leaves is also accompanied along with these fruits and vegetables. That is to give height and also to supply the variety. So here special stem holder in its own cup stand be used for the leaves. So it can be hidden by fruits or vegetables. Okay. Next is artificial flower arrangement. So those who have any allergic to the fresh flowers, they can do this artificial flower arrangement. So this is also a time and money saving procedure also. So just arrange a living flowers may find that artificial substitute provide the cheerful, colorful accents that their homes needs. Now, next is different styles of flower arrangements. Three types are there: traditional, oriental, and Japanese. So first one is traditional. So this type of arrangement are formal arrangement. So traditional arrangement is what we call a formal arrangement. A mass of flowers of all kinds, colors, and sizes are normally used for this arrangement. So this arrangement have some predetermined shape or form. So these arrangements also created by using many flowers to give it a mesmerizing look. Next is the oriental style. So this use the principle of line, form, and meaning to express the beauty and harmony of the natural world. So the emphasis on the lines in the floral arrangement. So next is Japanese flower arrangement style. So in this Japanese flower arrangement, it is based on a three principle: heaven, man, and earth. So the tallest stem is considered as a heaven, and a little shorter than the previous one is considered as a man, and the very shortest stem is considered as a earth. So these arrangements are in a three different levels. Okay. So this is a one kind of a Japanese flower arrangement called ikebana flower arrangement. In ikebana, there is a three types of again three different arrangement is there. This is called rising arrangement. This is called cascading. Another last one is called inclining style. So this is a Moribana Japanese arrangement. So in all flower arrangements, they are following the principles like heaven, man, and earth. Okay, you can see a very taller stem, a shorter, and very shorter stems. Okay, next is Negeri. It's another Japanese flower arrangement. Now we will see what are the methods used for the preservation of flowers and foliage. So first point is sufficient water. Yes, water is very important for keep the flowers fresh. So here a fresh water is essential, especially a fresh water is important for the arrangement. So also we can use a solution of ammonia or a sugar that will also helps to extend the life of flowers. Then rotting leaves. So rotting leaves sometimes cause infection to that flowers, other flowers in the uh, group. So we need to remove such leaves from the container. Next is flowers should not be positioned close to a radiator or a direct sunlight. Also not to be exposed to the drought from a fan or window. So soon it looks tired, like a flowers will it will lose its fresh look. When flowers are placed in the container, the leaves below the water level can be stripped off. Plants with woody stems, example roses, have a difficulty in taking water through their stems. The last 1 inch of the woody stem that can be crushed with a hammer before plugging in water. Okay, so in woody stem, sometimes this is a problem. So we just need to crush last 1 inch of that woody stem before plugging in water. Next is the plants with the sap or latex that will contaminate the water. So the dropping of a latex, a drop of latex from the stem, sometimes that will contaminate the water. So what we can do is the stem can be given a treatment by showing to lit candle will seal the stem. So when we show this stem to directly to the cantil light. That helps to steal that stem, but still allow water to be taken up into the stem. Flowers that have stamens. It's a pollen bearing part of a flower, that is stamen, such as lilies. So last longer if the stamens are removed. The we can extend the life of lilies. So this can be done either pinched out with finger or snipped off with a sharp scissors. Next is trimming of flowers. Trimming means shortening the stems. That is to fit the small containers and extend the life of flowers. Stems of flowers that are inclined to bend over can be straightened by wrapping them tightly in a few sheets of newspapers. So that's all about the various methods that we can follow to preserve the flowers and foliage. Next is bouquet making. A bunch of flowers that someone has arranged in an attractive way. That is what we call bouquet. So there are different types of wedding bouquets are there. Table centerpiece, baskets and wreaths, a type of bouquets are there. So here are the steps for bouquet making. First, we pick the flowers and cut off the leaves on the stems at the base of the flower. Keep the stems long. Hold the flowers from their stems just below the blossom head. Large or small leaves give the bouquet a rustic look. Use a floral tape to bind the stems. Now wrap the bouquet in tissue. Next is we'll see what you mean by the bridal bouquet. Simply we know the bouquet that is normally we seen in the hand of bride. That is what we call bridal bouquet. So that is a ultimate accessory of a bride. So this bouquet greatly add to the overall appearance of the day. So the bride's selected blooms are a way for her to express her personal style, taste, and personality, and an essential complement to her gown. Actually, there are three types of bouquet. Bridal bouquets are available: basket, hanging, and posy. So here are the pictures of the three bridal bouquets. This is what we call basket bouquet. So that is the flowers are arranged inside the basket. This is the posy type bridal bouquet. It's a round arrangement, and this one is hanging. So you can see the part of flower arrangement is hanging down. So that is what we call hanging bridal bouquet. So that is the end of the flower arrangement chapter. One more thing, you can take down the notes directly from the PPT, because I have given a detailed description on each portions. So this is enough as a note for you. So if any doubts, please ask. Okay, so I'm just winding up today's session. Thank you.